Taylor, we had all gotten together to celebrate your father-in-law's special day, but you decided to get up from the table all of a sudden and just leave our house. No, I'm not going home right now. I'm out at a pretty nice barbecue restaurant nearby enjoying all the food by myself is all. And this baby back rib is just fantastic at this place. What? Barbecue? My gosh, you are such a strange girl. And why am I strange? And you're the one of all people calling me strange? You have done something stupid, and I'm telling you that you can't be such a weirdo by doing things like that. So why is it a problem that I'm saying this to you? If you're trying to say that I'm the strange one, then you are very much wrong. Then how about we start going over all the things that just happened again? You said to us that you'd be ordering really high-end Chinese takeout for everyone to enjoy on this special day, yet when we showed up, there wasn't enough for everyone. And just as I thought, when we all sat down to eat, you gave me some mac and cheese that you got out of your pantry instead of serving me any of that Chinese food. What the heck is up with that, huh? All that happened was that I made a mistake when ordering the food and forgot to get enough for you as well. I know that that was on me, but hey, isn't that supposed to be the moment where you tell everyone else to enjoy the nice food while you have whatever's at home? I could have sworn that's what the new wife of the family has to do. I really did want to get enough for everyone, but you should at least be nice enough to take one for the team and eat something else. Well, I already understand that you didn't have any plans on ordering food for me as well, so you can forget about trying to make me feel bad for you guys. Excuse me? Ever since I married your son, things have always been this way. Christmas, and then New Year's, and then Easter, followed by the 4th of July, and then Thanksgiving. Every time I come over to eat, you'll always order really nice food but forget anything for me, instead making me canned soup or boxed mac and cheese. And so with this amount of misses that you keep having when getting the family together, I want to ask if you really are okay, or if something is screwed up in that brain of yours. Screwed up? Well, I'm just worried you might be crazy or something. What? No, I'm being very serious about that question right now, Kimberly. And your son Art, who works as a caregiver, has had the same question, wondering if you're doing okay or not. So there is good reason for me to be concerned about you as well. What? Art as well? Well, Art was saying that if you are really having issues remembering me, or with your counting, then maybe it's best you go to the hospital and have a specialist look after you. But there's also the 1 in a million chance that you're just doing this out of spite. If that's the case, then I'm no longer going to go easy on you anymore, okay? Well, let me tell you this. I am just trying to discipline you is all. So back to me not ever ordering any food for you. That's because I don't want you to enjoy any of that nice food with us, because it'd be a waste. So if you have a problem with that, then go ahead and leave my family. That's something that Art and I can decide on, so I don't want to hear anything from you about how I should handle my relationship with him. My gosh, you are always looking for ways to piss me off, aren't you? Maybe that's why you still haven't learned how to act like a good wife yet, huh? My food is starting to cool off too much, so I'm going to have to go. Wait, Taylor! We are still not done talking about all of your crap! Art. Well, yeah, I just finished eating a little bit ago, and now I'm at the old record cafe downtown having a drink of coffee.
I see. Well, here my mom got all worked up and locked herself in her room and hasn't come out for the past 45 minutes.
Seems she's gone and done that again, huh? She reminds me of a toddler when she goes off to her room to pout like that, lol.
Well, we don't need to worry too much about her, because we all know she'll be out again later tonight to try and act like nothing happened again. I knew that her going and messing up the order for Chinese again was on purpose, and that she would have to try and explain herself once again to you why she had done it. And my dad just took a look at Mom's phone a little bit ago and found that this time she was trying to preach to you about being disciplined and such. Man, I cannot believe she is my real mom sometimes.
You guys looked at that too?
Yeah, and I made sure my dad took screenshots of all that for me to keep, just in case. The moment we talked to Mom about all of that, she completely shut down and hasn't said anything to either of us since. And so we had to let her know that once again, she was trying to pretty much mess with you by doing yet another mistaken food order just out of spite for you.
I see.
And it looks like my dad is gonna pay for the barbecue you had, so don't bother telling him not to do it. Make sure to take whatever money he hands you later, okay?
Huh? But this wasn't any of your dad's fault.
Well, he told me that next month he won't be giving Mom as much money to spend because of this.
Does she still get an allowance? She really is like a child, huh?
Well, my dad's the one in charge of all the retirement money and their Social Security, as well as doing the taxes, so he's in charge of the money.
And I'm assuming that at some point your mother couldn't be trusted with any of that money, so he had to take over all the finances. Probably bought a really expensive bag or something with their savings, lol.
Absolutely right.
I see. I guess that all makes sense then. Well, if that's the case, I'm not holding back and will gladly take that money from your dad, lol.
Please. Well, I'm gonna get out of here in a few more minutes, so do you want to meet me by the bus stop in front of our place in 30 minutes?
Sure, that'll work. And I can bring a coffee home for you as well if you'd like.
Thank you, that'd be really sweet.
No problem. I'll be waiting. What the heck, Taylor? Have you left the house to go out somewhere to eat yet again? Sure have. Today, I felt like having some Italian, so I went to a pizza restaurant in town. Do you not understand how poorly mannered you are by running off from your in-laws' house to go out and eat on your own? All I did was go out to eat because I was feeling a bit hungry. You, yet again, went and ordered really nice sushi takeout, but only ordered for everyone but me, and asked that I eat some of the frozen fish patties that have been in the freezer for 2 years now. What are you talking about? Those are really high-quality salmon patties. You always complained about the mac and cheese I'd make for you, so this time it was going to be some nice salmon burgers. There has to be a limit to your rudeness, right? Salmon burgers? From what those looked like to me, I could tell they were just cod pattied, and you didn't even have them on burger buns, just some regular old loaf bread. Eh? Do you seriously think I can't tell the difference in fish by just looking at the color? I'm not sure what kind of white fish it was, but it sure wasn't pink like salmon. Cod is just my best guess, since I work at the fish market on Saturday mornings. Wait, you work down at the fish market? Yes. I did find it interesting that you had these patties here in the first place, since you always say you hate having processed foods in your house, but... Are you really going to start pointing fingers at me about that too? Well, I've just noticed that you always say you hate processed foods, yet you are always asking me to eat that boxed mac and cheese and crap. So when I realized that you also had 2-year-old fish patties in the freezer, I assumed you must have only gotten them for me years ago. As much as I don't like pointing fingers, there is no other reason for those patties and that boxed mac and cheese being here besides to feed me, right? maybe this is another way of you disciplining me by feeding me all this processed old food so that I learn how to save the family money. Well, and on another note, I did realize that those fish patties are of a higher quality brand, are they not? Perhaps they even cost more to buy than just getting me a thing of sushi? Well, I suppose you could say that all of this picking on me that you've been doing is helping me learn my place in some way, right? So thank you for helping me. Huh? For helping you? Yes. You have helped me realize just the place I'm in, and that with all of this evidence, I can now say officially that I'm cutting ties with you. Thank goodness. Thank you so much for all of this. Huh? Taylor, what are you on about? So for starters, you should take a good look at the inside of your house. Why? Well, as I've been sitting here texting you, there has been something amazing that has been happening within your house. What does all of this mean, Taylor? Taylor! Hey, what the heck is going on over here? So you were able to have a good long look inside your house, right? Why are both my husband and Art now gone? And all of my husband's things are pretty much gone, like his clothes and accessories, and sitting on the coffee table is a divorce paper. Right, just as we all had planned. What? How is this part of any plan? Well, think about it, Kimberly. Whenever you would invite me over with Art to join lunch or dinner, you'd always go out of your way to make sure not to order any food for me. Do you really think that your husband wouldn't notice any of that happening? Normally he doesn't say anything and will keep all his feelings to himself, but with the help of his son, he'd let me know that he was disappointed all the time with you. Huh? And with this time, your husband knew that you'd been making those old fish patties for me to eat instead of the takeout sushi. Seriously? Well, before Art and I came over there, he called us to let us know the details, and from there, we got all of this planned out before we arrived. He told me that after he had truly realized that his wife didn't care about me, he had no other choice than to leave you and the house. He also stated that he had been thinking of living in another home separate from you for a while now, and at this time, you helped him seal the deal, so moving out was pretty easy for him. But now he knows that to truly live on his own in another house, he's better off just divorcing and forgetting about you. Are you kidding me? So after all that time of you picking on me, he started to really garner some hate towards you, and this time you drove the nail into the coffin. He made sure that today when he saw you thawing the fish patties on the counter not to say anything, as he already knew what he had to do. You're telling me my husband is really gone now? Did you think that because he was your husband, he'd say or do nothing to how horribly you treated me? Well, sadly, that's not true at all. And you're just lucky that he never confronted you about it, or else he might still be over there fighting you on all your bad choices regarding me. Taylor, you should know where my son and husband are at, right? Tell me right now. No, I have no clue where your husband went off to. You say that, but I'm sure he told you or my son. Nope. I'm sure that he just didn't have the time and was in too much of a hurry, but he never told me where he went to. How could he do this? I'll ask Art then, and he'll have to know. Hey, what happened to Dad?
If you're asking where he moved on to, I have no clue either.
Hey!
I'm in the same boat as Taylor, where we were told that once the divorce had all been completed, he'd tell us where his new house is.
And you're fine with not knowing where your father ran off to?
Yeah?
Do you not realize that your parents are going to get divorced if you don't help me here? Is that really all okay with you?
Huh. Well, I do feel a little saddened by all this, but you could say that there was no other option.
No other options?
Well, come on, my own mom was being a dick.
Huh?
Ever since I married Taylor, my number one job as the husband was to protect my wife, and it still is to this day. But this time I was a little late in helping Taylor. I let this crap from you go on for too long, and now you just expect that you aren't in the wrong for what you've been doing.
Even you're saying that I've been picking on Taylor now?
You are gonna feed my wife 2 freezer-burnt fish patties that looked all rancid while we all ate nice sushi. That to me is way too far. And if there's anyone that tries to argue with me over you being a jerk to her, then they must be just as bad of a person as you are.
But
You what? Well, I'm gonna get ready to move out of this place with Taylor to our new house.
You're moving out of your house now too?
Hey, Taylor and I no longer want to see you, so we have to change where we live so you can't find us.
Huh?
Good luck on your own, Mom.
While in the car going back to our place to prepare to move, I was told again and again by Art that he was sorry for not helping me sooner and for making me wait so long. But to me, it was all right, because his dad had been thinking of leaving her as well, so the timing of everyone leaving her all at once was perfect for me. And of course, I hate losing, so when I was able to hear about how ruined she was by losing both her son and husband in one day, I was so happy to have waited for this month by putting up with Kimberly's crap. And so the following days, they both got divorced, and Kimberly was officially on her own. Along with the divorce, Kimberly's ex took half of their properties and was on his way to living a new life. Kimberly realized that she wouldn't be able to sustain herself now that he had half of the money and all of the savings, and was forced to get back to work by finding a part-time job. It has been many years since she had last worked a job, and so getting back out there seemed to cause her way too much stress. And it seems that she is even worse at her job than any of the much younger employees, and will always get yelled at by them for not doing her work well enough, and come home crying her eyes out. We haven't heard too much from Art's dad after the move, and we assume that he is doing just fine that way. He'll send us about 1 text a month, and is usually just updating us on where he's at and not to worry about him. It looks like this month he took a trip to the Cayman Islands for a week to help him relax after putting up with Kimberly for so long. He did send us one thing in the mail, though, and that was a check for $10,000 that he said I deserved after all the missed meals and crap I received while going over to their house. Unfortunately, I can't get back in touch with him yet now that he's out of the country, but when he's back, we'll have to invite him over to our place for dinner to thank him and make sure we order the right amount of food for all of us, LOL. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.